People say they see ghosts all year round.
This evening, News Channel 3's Jamie Tucker takes you inside some of the haunted places in the South for ghost stories.
Sitting just off the main street in Canton, Mississippi, the beautiful Priestley House has drawn glances from hundreds of visitors since before the Civil War. But sometimes a glance toward an upstairs room may give you chills.
Right after I moved in, some lady in town said, "Well, have you seen her?" And I said, "Who?" And she said, "The ghost." I said, "Oh, yeah, right."
The previous owners finally told the new owner, Frankie McMillan, about some of the things that happened to them in the house. And the stories they told were strangely similar to things McMillan had started experiencing. Walking into an empty room, all of the drawers would be open. She'd find candlesticks knocked down almost daily.
And I had really not told the children about this because I was afraid it would scare them. And they were going out on the upstairs balcony, and one of her friends reached for the doorknob, and it turned before he ever touched it and flew open, scared him to death.
McMillan believes the ghost belongs to Susan Priestley, the original owner of the house, the wife of a doctor who raised her children here and died here of yellow fever.
Supposedly she died in the room upstairs, the bedroom that's now my daughter's. It's the blue bedroom.
McMillan's 9-year-old daughter Madison says she's seen the woman while she played in a room next door. She says she's dressed in black with something covering her face. McMillan doesn't fear the ghost would ever hurt her daughter. In fact, she thinks it protects her.
And I was upstairs cleaning, and I heard somebody holler Madison, and I thought, "Oh, who is here?" And nobody was here but me. And I looked out the window, and Madison was going down the driveway. So I think that the ghost, she was a mother, and she probably loves Madison. She was warning me that Madison was going to the street.
For years, people passing the house report seeing a lady in the window of the blue room staring out at the street.
Friends have said I can drive by at night and I can see the lady in the window, you know. And that's the window my oldest son, Will, saw her in before we ever moved up here. And we didn't know there was a ghost. He just said, "Mama, there's a lady in the window," and there was nobody here.
McMillan's biggest scare came late one night when she came face to face with the ghost of Susan Priestley.
I got up to go in that room and cut the closet light off, and I reached around the door, cut the light off, and turned back around, and she was standing right behind me, like within a foot, you know. And I just looked at her, and I stood there for just a few seconds, and then I just got around her and walked and got back in my bed.
A psychic recently visited this home and said he could sense at least 11 spirits living here. The McMillans said they can sense at least one more. Back during the Civil War, the original owners of this home would hide Confederate troops in a very small space underneath. Recently, it seems, one of those Confederate soldiers came out of hiding.
And I had a guy come in here to a wedding one weekend, and he said when he walked in the door, he saw the soldier on the landing of the stairs.
McMillan says it could be him or one of the other ghosts that loves music.
I was upstairs in my bedroom, and the piano started playing. So I hollered off of the landing up there, "Who's here?" And nobody said anything. And I picked up the phone and I called my husband at his office in Jackson, and he answered the phone. And I said, "Uh-oh, that's not you, is it?"
Today, the McMillans have grown accustomed to these strange things. Rocking chairs rock, even though no one is there. Drawers open. Candlesticks still fall down. It's no surprise to them, so you shouldn't be surprised if you ever pass the Priestley house and see a woman in black standing and staring at the streets of Canton. On the other side in Canton, Mississippi, Jamie Tucker, News Channel 3.
Ooh, and Ghost Stories continues tonight at 10. Jamie's going to take you to the famous Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, where some country music legend just can't seem to give up the stage. Haunting tales of Hank Williams and other ghostly greats tonight on News Channel 3 at 10. Do you believe in ghosts?
And you know how quickly it will be a for sale sign out in front of my yard.
quicker than that.
I mean,
right?
where's she at? She gone.
Oh, I'm afraid Tim's got a ghost story to tell us about the weather this weekend. I hope not, Tim.